What are some of the risks and benefits of population management? Let's start with the mosquito control program we saw.
Well, depends on what kind of management you're talking about, because there's all different sorts. Like pesticides. That's the one that first comes to my mind too, because everybody has some sort of insecticide in their house, because it's easy to get and it works pretty quickly, I think. Okay?
Cheap too. Cheap and easy to use.
There are some drawbacks to it though, like for example, insects can develop a resistance to the pesticides if they're used too often and then they don't work anymore, or it could get into the groundwater and affect other organisms.
Well, they had other methods of control as well.
Use biological things like hormones or bacteria. That works pretty well because, well, first of all, it's better for the environment because it doesn't harm the other organisms, like you said.
The mosquito people didn't just control at random. They did sample populations and numbers to see if numbers, and they didn't really start controlling until the numbers were elevated to a high enough level that the mosquito actually became a pest. Now, what about the swift fox? Now, here we saw a breeding program and a reintroduction into the wild. What are some risk benefits of that program?
Well, there's a definite benefit. I mean, a species that's numbers are so low that we have to start breeding them and putting them back into population. In effect, we're probably saving population by introducing back into a natural habitat.
But you can't necessarily be sure that they're going to survive out there, though. But
Well, I think that we have to do something about it because the reason that they're dying off is it's basically our own fault, really. Because man alters their habitat so much that they can't live anymore, and so we've got to think of some way to reintroduce them.
Right, and there's also people who donate their land to conservation. Just natural sections of land that just leave alone and don't develop so that species can naturally develop there and live there free from any development, any human contact.
And
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. It's good for biodiversity too, because then you won't lose certain organisms of one kind, and then you'll just be left with one species.
What happens if we lose our biodiversity?
Well, if the adaptations of the certain animals that are left aren't what it takes to survive, then we could actually cause the species to become extinct.